welcome you guys back to my channel, Nene Blogs. So today I'm back with another book haul. I haven't made a book haul in literally 3 months. The last book haul that I made was I think in April, and since then I've bought 16 books. It's quite a lot and I'm really excited to show you, so let's just get into the video. The first book that I bought in the month of May was a book that you guys all have most likely heard of. It is A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J. Maas. This is the third book in the A Court of Thorns and Roses trilogy saga thing. I was so excited for this book. I got it in May and I was really excited for it. I read it and I enjoyed it a lot. It had a lot of romance, action and mystery in it, and I just feel like it ticked all my boxes. So this was a really good book and I'm so happy I bought it. The next book that I'm going to show you is a book that I've been looking for half of this year. It is the Shadowhunter Academy by Cassandra Clare, Sarah Reese Brennan, Maureen Johnson and Robin Wasserman. I don't know if I pronounced that surname right, but this book is a bind-up of novellas in the Shadowhunter world, and this comes after the Mortal Instruments series and before the Dark Artifices series. I bought Lady Midnight for Christmas last year, and since then I've been looking for this book because only after I bought it I actually realized how important this book will be before I actually read Lady Midnight. A lot of people say that you should read this before Lady Midnight, so I finally got it. My bookstore didn't have it for this whole year so far, and yesterday when I went into the bookstore, I always go to the Cassandra Clare books first looking for this book, and I saw 2 copies of this book and I was so excited for it. I finally bought it and I can't wait to read it. The next book is a book that I read this month. It is The Sun is Also a Star by Nicolai Yoon. This is her second book after Everything Everything, and Everything was one of my favorite books this year. I really enjoyed this book. It follows Natasha and Daniel. Natasha is being sent back to Jamaica because her family is undocumented immigrants from Jamaica, and she only found that out recently. So they are being deported back to Jamaica, and Daniel is actually a Korean immigrant. His family came before he was born, so he's actually American, but his family is from Korea, and their paths meet, and it's just such a fun romance. They are very opposite in many different ways. She really loves science and logic, and he's like a hopeless romantic, and it just follows them through this last day of Natasha being in America and them actually like coincidentally crossing paths. And it's just a really quick, fast read, and I'm so happy I picked it up. The next book is Tidal by Amanda Hocking, which is the third book in the Water Song series. So I read the first 2 books, which is Lullaby and Wake, in one day, and I wanted so badly to read the third book, but I couldn't find it anywhere. And finally I found it, and I'm so happy I bought it. I can't wait to read it. It follows this character who becomes a siren, which is for me almost like a vampire mermaid, and the world that she's put in is really fun and really fast-paced. Even though this story is a bit of a cliche and some stuff are very easy to figure out, I still enjoy the story a lot, and I feel like it's a really good binge series to read. Then another book that I'm really happy I bought was The Problem with Forever by Jennifer L. Armentrout. This book I actually heard about a lot, and one of the booktubers that I watch actually made a review of this book, and it just made me more excited for the book. When I saw it, I was so happy. It was actually on sale, so I was really happy with this find. So this story follows a character who's been in foster care or the adoptive system for almost her whole life, and now it's been a few years since she was adopted by a loving family, and now it's her senior year where she has to go to public school. One of the learners in her school is actually a long lost friend that was also in the foster care system, and she finds out he's hiding a few secrets, and they kind of catch up, and she finds out everything isn't really as it seems for him, and things have happened, and I'm really excited for this. Also, this cover is so pretty. I literally love this cover so much. Another book that I bought was The Last Leaves Falling by Sarah Benwell. This book is following a character that I think is dying, busy dying, and he knows it, or she, I'm not actually sure. And that's about it. I'm not completely sure what else is gonna happen, but I think he's gonna try, or she's gonna try, living through this and also making the best of the rest of this character's life. And I feel like it's going to be a really fast, good read. It reminds me of a series that I watched a few years ago called The Red Band Society, which is one of my favorite series, really. It follows this character in a coma and he kind of sees everything going around in the hospital, and yeah, it's just a really good series. You guys should watch it, just saying. But this reminds me of it a lot and I can't wait to read it. And I think it's going to be very similar to it, so we'll see. Then I bought a Christmas read. I know it's like July and it's not even close to Christmas, but it was staring at me and I felt like I need a Christmas read for Christmas, and before it's taken I should buy it. So it's called Christmas for One by Amanda Prowse. And yeah, it's a Christmas read and I feel like it's going to be a really fun romantic book, and I can't wait for Christmas so that I can read this. The synopsis also just makes me really excited for it. Then I bought a book that was for a really good price, and it is called Nowhere But Here by Katie McGarry. This sounds like just a fun contemporary read, and I'm in a contemporary mood right now, and I think it's a romance. I mean, the cover kind of gives everything away. I have a feeling it's a romance. So this follows a girl who I think goes on summer holiday with her father, who left her family when she was young, and while trying to discover who he actually is, she meets a boy, and I think it's just a fun summery read, as well as a teenager trying to figure out more about her biological father, and I feel like it's going to be a really good book. Then I'm gonna go to the second-hand books. The first one is Picture Perfect by Jodi Picoult. This cover is so pretty. I'm literally falling in love with this cover. So this is about a woman who wakes up in a graveyard, bleeding and without her memory. She does not have a clue what's going on, and she's found by a police officer. So I feel like this is going to be a thriller and also a mystery, and I love mysteries. Also, Jodi Picoult is one of my favorite authors as well. So I'm so excited to read this. Then the next book is Humans Bow Down by James Patterson and Emily Raymond. I haven't really picked up a James Patterson book yet, but I've been watching with my parents a series that is a book-to-movie adaptation called Zoo, which was written by James Patterson. And when I found this book, I was like, maybe I should try one of his books out. And this is in a futuristic world where I guess robots are taking over the world, and it sounds really fun and adventurous and action-packed. So I want to read it and see how I like James Patterson's style of writing and also how his stories play out. Then the next three books I got for such a good price, and although I have no idea about this world, I bought it. So the next three books I'm going to show you is part of a trilogy, and I bought all three books for a really good price. It is The New Jedi Order by Sean Williams and Shane Dix. I think this is in the Star Wars world. The three books are called Remnant, Refugee, and Reunion. I haven't watched any Star Wars movies. I haven't read any books, but I saw these three for a really good price and I was like, let me try this out. Who knows, maybe I'll like fall in love with this world and start becoming a Star Wars fanatic, but I don't know. I just saw it and I decided to pick it up, and hopefully I start reading it soon and I actually get into the series. The next book is another thriller, and it's The Shakespeares Secret by J.L. Carroll. I haven't read that many thrillers, but I love watching thrillers. This follows these crimes that are happening where a serial killer is killing people and are killing them in the style of Shakespeare plays. So I picked this up because it's a thriller and it has Shakespeare in it, and I love writing and Shakespeare is one of the kings of writing. So hopefully this is a good book and I actually like the story, and hopefully it's not too scary. Then the next two books are poem books. The first one is Pokes Poetic Jokes by David Nickel. These are funny poems and it's short, so I think one day when I'm in the mood for jokes and funniness, I'm just gonna pick it up and read the whole thing and hopefully enjoy it. Then I bought a binder of poems from the 20th century poems, the nation's favorite 20th century poems, edited by Griff Rhys Jones. I really enjoy reading poems, and these are like well-known poems from the 20th century, so I'm looking forward to reading a few of these. So those were the 16 books that I bought in the last 3 months. I'm really happy with all the books that I bought and I'm really excited to start reading them. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like and comment down below if you guys have read any of these books, and if you have, how you like them. And if you're new to my channel, please subscribe. I try making videos once a week, and I've been making these NaNoWriMo vlogs for the last few days. So if you guys haven't seen my vlogs yet, please check them out. Link will be down in the description. Okay, so see you guys next time. Vlog!